Remember yesterday how we reported on a story about Kylie Jenner going to prom with a high schooler in Sacramento? Well, it should come as no surprise that also on Monday, we're recording this on Tuesday, E! News announced that it will be releasing a docu-series themed around Kylie Jenner's life called The Life of Kylie.
And that's so Kylie.
I have an idea about what one of the episode storylines is gonna be. Probably her going to prom with that guy. A lot of people are very excited about this show, Hasan, because Kylie Jenner, while she is one of the most followed and beloved on social media of the Kardashians Jenner group, she does actually pretty much keep to herself. She's rather private, so a lot of people are looking at this as an exciting opportunity to get a peek behind the curtain of what her life is really like. Of course, remember, it is a Kardashian reality television show, so it's going to be scripted.
Can we work that back for a second?
Yeah,
did you just make this statement publicly?
Yeah, what?
That Kylie Jenner is a rather private person?
Well, no, she does keep to herself.
She has an entire app dedicated to everything that she does daily,
yes.
Grace. Are you not following the Kylie Jenner app?
Yes.
Do you not pay $8 a month to see what Kylie Jenner does every single moment of every single day?
What I'm saying is when you watch her on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she is one of the more reserved members of the family. You know, you have Khloe, who's a little bit more outspoken, more outrageous. She, does all the fun pranks and stuff.
Khloe.
And then you have Kylie, who just, she has her own storylines and everything, but she doesn't really put herself forward as a major player on the show. So now having her own show, I think
maybe it's because she's young. Maybe it's because she's like 18 years old. She just turned 18.
But not anymore, because now she has.
Tyga that too.
Now she has her own show, Hasan.
Yeah, I can't begin to tell you how excited I am about this show. And I'm not only saying that in a monotone voice to be sarcastic. I am genuinely excited. Honestly, Kylie Jenner is a pretty accurate representation of where our society is headed. And you might think that's a bad thing, or you might think that's a good thing. That's up to you. Entertainment-wise, but also what the youth look up to, and also what the youth culture likes to do. So, in that regard, I find this show to be interesting because I will watch it like an anthropological experiment.
You'll watch it like an experiment?
Yeah, not an experiment, but
or
just
you will regard it as.
First of all, art, let me not get into the larger concept that arts and culture kind of define a time in history, and that you can kind of look back at it or look at it to understand where we're headed. I'm not even referring to that. I'm saying that this show will be, again, a piece of art and entertainment that will define a time in its own way. And I think that will be the unique selling point for me particularly, because I'm not really interested in reality TV shows. Aside from that.
Well, I mean,
I don't watch it for the drama like you do, Grace.
I pretty much watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians when I am at someone else's house who happens to have it. That's whose house it is. Whose house has it on. But I think that it's just going to be interesting to see how each one of them gets their own show, and they've grown up before our eyes. And
do you think it'll do well? Because you said so. If you think she's reserved, then maybe that Kardashian selling point has always been look at how loud we are and how we deal with conflicts. I can't find my phone today.
Well, what I think that we're already seeing, given the publicity stunt that we reported on yesterday about her going to prom with a high schooler in Sacramento, because she is more reserved, perhaps the story producers are gonna have to work a little bit more on creating scenarios where they can really let her personality shine, which I think is gonna be interesting because—
You see the inherent irony in your statement, right?
Yes,
it's a reality TV show about a personality where you're saying that because she's reserved, we'll need producers to create storylines for her reality TV show.
Because here's the thing, Kylie isn't getting this show because we love her personality. Kim didn't get her show because we love her personality. You grow to love them, but they already have the fame and the notoriety that makes you want to watch them in the first place. And then it is the producer's job to be like, okay, let's showcase who these people are, because they become just images that we get used to on social media, that we just see them.
You're not entirely correct. Now, what you're talking about is—
I think that's an opinion, but
no,
okay.
But producers have a lot of power in, this is something I was talking to Sheena from Vanderpump Rules last night, actually, about.
I don't know who that is.
She's a character she's a person, a real person on Vanderpump Rules. Now, I think, what season are they on? They're on a—
I don't know.
Why do you not know this?
Because I don't know Sheena.
But I feel like Vanderpump Rules is a show that you watch. What season?
I've seen it.
Okay. Anyway, whatever. But I was talking to them, and it's really interesting because they still wait tables. Like they're contractually obligated to wait tables, yet they make a lot of money. And they have like lavish lives and they're very famous now. Like they have international brand recognition at each individual on the show. And like producers are having a harder and harder time, getting them to do stuff because now they actually are essentially actors, or they're actually acting as themselves in an exaggerated way or not. But basically, producers in season 1 and 2 could tell them what to do because they were unknowns, but they were really actually waiting tables because they needed to make money. And now they're just kind of doing it because it's like the show revolves around that concept. And I just think that's interesting because that's why I was disagreeing with the point you were making about like producers being able to dictate what Kylie does. I think that show is going to be run by Kris Jenner, knowing what we know about the family.
Well, she's going to be a producer though.
Yeah. And I think she will be dictating what happens on each show.
Right. I mean, the difference with like a Vanderpump Rules and a Keeping Up with the Kardashians or a Life of Kylie, and it is described as a docu-series, and maybe people are just, I know Mariah Carey did that as well. I think we're moving away from reality show. Is that they have name recognition before the show even starts. People will tune in just to be like, what's Kylie like? Whereas like no one tuned into Vanderpump being like, I gotta know about Sheena.
Yeah,
so I think
no, but I'm saying like once the show develops and they actually become celebrities, then people come back for that. They come back for the dynamic between the characters. They want to know.
But this is different because people are coming in at the beginning being like, oh my gosh, I love Kylie's lip kit. What is her friend group like? I've seen photos of them on Instagram.
Well,
I wonder what they're really like.
This is different because the Kardashians are essentially a decade ahead of everyone else that's in reality television because they've been in reality television for 2 decades.
They were ahead of the game when they got into it.
So that's the reason, because like that's really interesting and also kind of a testament to how successful the Kardashian Jenner clan has become. That you forget that they are reality TV stars.
Yeah.
And you're mentioning it as like, no, they're celebrities. And like, that's why this is like similar to Mariah Carey. Like Mariah Carey did something. She's a musician. Like they are reality TV stars.
Yes.
And they're so big that their own docu-series is still a lot more interesting than other reality TV stars.
Yes, but Kim Kardashian was very similar when they got the Keeping Up with the Kardashians show because we knew who she was because of the sex tape. Like that came out and then they were filming for the show when that already went down. And so it was like, we wanted to know who this person was. And now I think that's kind of similar with Kylie, where you heard a lot of people talk about her and you've seen her represent herself a little bit on the show, but this is the first time where she will actually get a chance to speak for herself and share her opinions with us. But we want to hear from you guys and your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about the show, Life of Kylie? What can we expect from it? Are you gonna be tuning in? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.